Hi, my name is Heiko Schmirgel, and this is my 2024 Science and Physics Enrichment project. I'm here with this wonderful gentleman, and we will begin the questions now. So these are some introductory questions designed just to get to know who you are. So first off, who are you?
My name is Heiko Schmirgel.
And where do you work?
I work for Halliburton Energy Services in Houston, Texas.
And at Halliburton, what is your position?
My position is called Senior Advisor Electrical Engineering, but I'm really the team lead for an electrical engineering team.
Cool. So, what does your company do?
Halliburton Energy Services provides services around the oil field, the oil field in general. And my division that I'm working in, we are drilling, so we actually drill the wells to the oil and gas reservoirs.
Interesting. So, during this interview, how much are you allowed or willing to share?
I will share everything that I can, and when I can't share anymore, I will let you know.
Awesome. So these next set of questions are designed around physics, and specifically high school physics. So the first one, what types of physics is commonly found in your day-to-day work?
Yes, as I am the team lead of an electrical engineering team, we are dealing with electricity and electrical physics most commonly. So we're working with electronics, and so that's low power electronics, and we're also working with the higher power aspects where more current and higher voltages is involved.
Cool. So what type of physics do you personally work on day to day?
My specialty is electrical motor control, and electrical motors are power converters that convert electricity into mechanical motion. And so those two quantities, those two aspects, that's what I mostly deal with.
Very interesting. So in your line of work, what new technologies have you developed, preferably in relation to physics?
So the product that we have developed in our team, and my team has worked on the electrical aspects of it. We have built a rotary steerable drill. So this is a device that can drill underground in the direction and towards the position where you want to get, because you start out on the surface of the earth, and that's where you start drilling. But really, you want to create that connection, that hole to the oil well underneath the ground. And when the geologists tell you where that oil field, that oil source is located, you have to get there, and that's what our product does. So what's involved in that is there are sensors, and there are actuators, and there are power converters involved in that. Now, all of that is maybe a bit removed from your high school physics. I understand that, but the basics for all of these aspects are laid in your high school physics classes.
Beautiful. That ties in perfectly to our next question. So, what high school physics can you find in your work?
High school physics, well, the electrical physics, again, the electricity, charge, current, voltages, and then I think you're probably on some level of physics, you're working with resistors and capacitors, you're encountering Ohm's law, and maybe you're also dealing with inductors, and all of these components, all of these elements you find in our tools and devices.
Awesome. So these next set of questions are more personal, career-focused questions, just like what have you done in your work? So how did you acquire the knowledge you need to succeed in your line of work?
So the very first education that I got specific to electricity, I became an electrician. So I worked for a big industrial firm in Germany as an electrician, and this gave me the ability to connect more with a technician level on with the people who work in the workshops, and that is still quite helpful. And after that, I went to university and acquired a master's degree.
Awesome, beautiful. So, what is the best way to enter your field? Have you found?
The best way to enter the field that I'm working in now is to get an engineering degree at a university, and you need to find a good engineering school that gives you a good foundation and also has the professors that lay that put the focus in the area that you're actually interested in. And this is something that you may find out during your career, and so this is something difficult to make the right choice for at the beginning of your student career.
Interesting. So, what accomplishments have you achieved in your line of work?
We built the most powerful electrical drilling tool that Halliburton has ever built and brought to the market. And it is currently also the most successful drilling tool on the market that our company has ever built. And that is really something to be quite proud of. And we're quite aware of that, and it also generates a lot of work for us afterwards. But it's certainly something that we're very proud of.
That's awesome. So, what advice would you give someone entering your field of work?
To enter now specifically the oil field work, if you want to do that, there are many aspects that we need specialists in all kinds of areas. We need mechanical engineers, we need electrical engineers, we need computer programmers, and you need to become very proficient in what you're doing, and but you also need to have an understanding how it's applied to the real world. And this connection is something very important that we're looking for in our applicants.
Awesome. So, say you're going through this, you're learning all of these things. So, looking back, what would you have changed about your education to where entering this field would have been easier?
Nothing.
Nothing?
No. This was that turned out pretty good.
Awesome. So, Mr. Heiko is the proud owner of a patent. So these next few questions will be aimed around his patent. So, when did you get your patent?
I have to look for that when the patent was awarded. This was the patent was awarded on the December 6th, 2019. So that's 5 years ago, almost exactly.
Interesting. Could you show the camera your patent?
So Halliburton gave me for my first patent for Halliburton a little plaque, and it shows the first page of the actual patent paper and the main drawing of the patent.
So how did you acquire this patent?
Well, first you have to come up with the invention. So, and then to me the most difficult thing is always we do like little inventions, not every day, but many times. But sometimes you're just reinventing something that somebody else may have come up with, and you're just not even aware of that. So the biggest thing is to identify something that is actually patentable. And so that means it has to be a new idea and something that nobody has ever done before, and most importantly, something that nobody has ever patented before. And to identify that's quite difficult. You have to be knowledgeable in the field and know what's going on. And I have this patent together with my boss at that time, and together we figured out that this particular way of solving our problem has never been done before. and or not, at least not in this particular way. And there are some aspects to it that are quite new, particularly for the oil field service, so for the drilling tools. And when we saw this, that this is actually something that nobody else does exactly like this, then we thought, okay, yes, let's file a patent. And then you have to get a patent attorney involved, and they help you write everything up. And it's a long process that starts after that. And at the end of that process, at some point, you hopefully get a patent award.
Beautiful. So after figuring out that, hey, nobody does this patent, what exactly was your patent about?
Okay, that's difficult to describe in an easy way. So the one aspect, or the first aspect of it, is that our drilling tool is it doesn't have a wire down there that provides the electricity, but it takes the electricity from a turbine, and the turbine is moved by the drilling fluid that is pumped through the tube where at the very tip where the drill bit is attached to. And so we put this turbine in the flow of this drilling fluid to get our electricity out. And with that electricity, with that power, we power the whole tool, and we power up like a computer and all kinds of things. And sometimes there are situations when you have too much power, and the key thing is what to do with that. And what we can do is we can feed the power essentially back onto the turbine, and then get rid of it that way. And that there are other ways to do this, but by feeding it back to the turbine and using the turbine the other way around, we can do this unlimitedly. And with the other solutions that I know of, you very quickly reach some limit, and you usually don't have enough capability, and that can ultimately lead to the destruction of the tool.
Oh.
And that's not what you want.
Not at all. Well, that's the end of the questions I have for you. Thank you so much, Mr. Heiko, and
Thank
hope
you
to
very
interview
much.
you again.
Bye-bye.